Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Carnage on Cross. And I really don't know the name of the model that I took that Carnage from. He was actually sitting on a chimney base, but I changed the base to this cross, so I just call it Carnage on Cross, just to help me to keep track of which model is which. I actually started working on this project months ago. In between then and now, I worked on other projects. Those have been completed, and so some things might seem a little out of place. All right, so let's get into this. I will be talking more about the actual figure, but for now I want to concentrate on the base because I have put a lot of work into this base, folks. I really hate a boring base, and I really hate a gray base or a black base, but sometimes gray is the best color for what I'm working on, and that's the case here. This here, I believe I explained this in the preparation video, but I'll talk about it briefly here. This is wood, and this is a kind of silver gray in color right here, and the actual cross is a lighter gray. And these two pieces did not come together. I attached these with a nail, and the nail allows me to rotate it around if I want, or to easily remove the cross from the plaque here. I thought about using a screw, but it was easier just to use a nail. All right, so let's keep it moving. Now, I did consider just covering this part up, and I may do it in the future. I'm not sure. I just didn't want to try to cover it up and then I mess it up. So I'm going to leave it like this for now. Let's see. I also thought about removing this, but I think it adds a little character to the cross. Otherwise, this would be kind of boring. So I'm going to leave this. And you may notice a couple of tendrils hanging out here. That is, and hold on, let me show you this real quick. If you can see through all of the stuff here. This project is based on that picture right there. And that is the reason for all the crazy tendrils everywhere. I was about to say tentacles. And there are more tendrils to come, believe me, many more, and they are crazy. All right, let's talk about this. You know what? Let's do a 360, let you get a good look at the whole thing. Then we'll come back and talk about it. Now, I do realize that it looks a little bit rough here on the back side, but that's because if this is actually displayed, well, when it is displayed, right now it's in a temporary spot, but when it's permanently displayed, the back part will not be visible, so I don't worry about it. Now, some of my statues, when they are finally permanently displayed, they will be viewable from more than one angle, and from probably 360 degrees, some of them will be viewable. So I'll keep that in mind when I'm working on a project. But this one, no one will ever see this unless they just want to look at the back side for some odd, crazy reason. So I don't worry about the back. And let's stop it right here. Stop. All right, you will notice right here that I just stopped painting. And again, that's because no one's going to see this. It's like the back side of some furniture that's up against the wall. You don't worry about what it looks like in the back. All right, now what I did here was, I'm trying to remember because this was months ago when I started on this project. I don't know if I use super glue here to attach this or if I use epoxy. Just can't remember. Let's see, same for this piece here on the end. I don't remember what I used, but it's held up pretty good. Nothing is coming apart. So whatever I use is holding pretty good. Now this stuff here, let's get up close. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but I believe this is called floral foam. And I would not advise you to work with this stuff, folks. This stuff is hard, and it's hard on the hands. It's like just rough, okay? Now there is a different type of floral foam that's not as rough as this. So if you use this, I would advise you to get the kind that is more smooth. And if you go looking for it and you see the two different types, you'll know which is which. I won't be using this stuff again. It was kind of easy to work with. It's lightweight. It didn't add a lot of weight to my figure. Well, this is not a figure. It didn't add a lot of weight to the model. So that's one thing I like about it. Now, let me see. Where was I at? Oh, I was talking about attaching this. Yep. So yeah, basically I use either super glue or epoxy to attach everything you see here. This is that foam. This is the foam. Now this top part, there is foam underneath this top part, but this is epoxy right here. And the holes, I had to strategically place these holes so that the figures, what do you call them, keys? So they had somewhere to rest, and that's the purpose of these holes. And I did fill each of these with some super glue or epoxy to make it firm. Okay, let's turn this around some. What else can we talk about? Let me see, what else? I think that's it, folks, for the cross. Now, you will notice some cracks here, but they don't seem to be spreading. These have been here for quite a while. I think it's just the epoxy after I applied it. It just cracked, but it's holding up pretty good. All right, and there's not a whole lot to say about this base, so I'm going to cut it here, and I'll be back with another episode, and I will be talking about the figure itself. And this is going to be a short series, folks. There's not a whole lot to it. Basically, it's just a base upgrade and adding some tendrils to the figure. That's it. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'll be back with more next time. Now, this is not going to be a very exciting thumbnail. I'll have to do something to liven it up a little. Let's see, maybe. No, he's not going to be in the video, so I don't want him in the thumbnail. Okay, hold on, let me see. Maybe, let's get it right. Come back around, Cross. Come around. He keep popping up in there. I might be able to work with that. I think that's a good one right there. That's a good shot. All right, folks, thanks a lot. Bye.